Princess Tatiana of Greece co-chairs a gala reception in Athens. King Charles III of the United Kingdom visits Pickering. King Felipe VI of Spain chairs a meeting in Madrid. Grand Duchess Maria Teresa of Luxembourg attends a poetry festival in Paris. And Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden visits Sweden's oldest national park. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for June 12th, 2023. In Stockholm, His Majesty King Carl Gustaf of Sweden received letters of credence from newly appointed ambassadors to Sweden at the Kunlingasatet. The newly appointed ambassadors are from New Zealand, the Republic of Uganda, and the Republic of Gambia. On Friday, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden, accompanied by her adorable little dog, Rio, visited the Ängsö National Park as part of her initiative to visit all 30 of Sweden's national parks. According to the Swedish Royal Court, the purpose of these visits is to, quote, promote outdoor life, encourage exercise, and get more people to discover what Sweden has to offer in the form of nature experiences, end quote. Established in 1909, Ängsö National Park, with the aim of preserving the beautiful environment, is one of Sweden's oldest national parks. During her visit, the Crown Princess had a chance to experience the island's varied nature, as well as receive information from local experts and staff from the County Administrative Board. The national park has a, quote, varied nature with leafy groves, old-growth pine forests, and bays, which offer popular nesting sites for birds, and part of the island is a bird-protected area, end quote. Also on Friday, in Berlin, Her Royal Highness Princess Benedicte of Denmark attended the 10th anniversary celebrations of the German Scandinavian School. According to the Danish Royal Court, the school's student council representatives, Merle and Miro, gave the princess a guided tour around the school and told her about their daily life at the school. In Utrecht, Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands, as patron, attended a symposium on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of the Foundation for Refugee Students, UAF. According to a press release, the UAF has been providing support to refugee students and professionals in their studies and in finding suitable employment in the Dutch labor market since 1948. Quote, we are convinced that anyone can use their knowledge, can make a meaningful contribution to Dutch society, end quote. Since its establishment, the UAF has assisted 40,000 refugee students and professionals from more than 80 countries with advice, guidance, financial support, and the use of its network. In Paris, Her Royal Highness Grand Duchess Maria Teresa of Luxembourg attended the final day of the 40th edition of the Marché de la Poésie, held on the Place Saint-Sulpice. The theme of this year's event was the defense of human rights. The famous 5-day Marché de la Poésie, which features more than 200 authors and 500 new books and magazines, attracts visitors, poets and writers from around the world to participate in various writing workshops, attend lectures and panel discussions, share their works with their fellow writers, exchange ideas, and much more. According to a press release, a delegation of 10 young poets from the Caribbean showcased their works at the Marché de la Poésie. Quote, the participation of these poets is made possible with the support of the UNESCO program Transcultura, integrating Cuba, the Caribbean, and the European Union through culture and creativity, funded by the European Union. Selected from 252 applicants through an open call, these young poets hail from 10 different Caribbean countries, including the Bahamas, Barbados, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Grenada, Haiti, Jamaica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad, and Tobago. For the first time, the Caribbean region will be the Marché de la Poésie's guest of honor, end quote. Last year, the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg was a guest of honor and was represented by poets Jean Portant, Paul Mathieu, and Florent Toniello. According to the Corps Grand Ducal, all of their works draw on, quote, the cultural richness of a cosmopolitan country and sometimes well beyond its borders." End quote. In Brussels, the Beat Post, or the Belgian Post Group, in collaboration with the Belgian Royal Court, designed a new stamp sheet with an image of His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians on the occasion of his 10th anniversary on the throne. According to the Beat Post, His Majesty the King chose the picture himself. The image was taken at the Palais Royal du Bruxelles by Mr. Bas Bogarts. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco visited the town of Villeneuve-Loubet in the French department of Alpes-Maritimes this afternoon. The purpose of the visit was to officially welcome Villeneuve-Loubet as a member of the Grimaldi Historic Sites Association. During today's event, the Sovereign Prince, along with Mayor Lionel Luca, unveiled the sign Sites Historiques Grimaldi de Monaco at the entrance to the town. Thereafter, the Sovereign Prince and the Mayor arrived at the town hall to attend a reception, unveil yet another plaque, as well as to exchange gifts. The Sovereign Prince received a medal from the city. In return, the Sovereign Prince presented the Mayor with a statuette of Francois Grimaldi. Historical ties between the Grimaldi dynasty and Villeneuve-Loubet date back to the Middle Ages, with Rainier I, Lord of Monaco. In 1304, Rainier I was appointed Admiral of France after winning the Battle of Zierikzee and was named Lord of Cagnes. In 1309, he built Chateau Grimaldi in Cagnes-sur-Mer. In Amman, His Majesty King Abdullah II of Jordan held an audience this morning with the commander of the United States Central Command, Lieutenant General Michael Corella, and an accompanying delegation at Al Husseiniya Palace. During the meeting, which was also attended by the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Major General Yusuf al-Huniti, discussions focused on the close cooperation between Jordan and the United States in the defense fields and the efforts exerted regionally and internationally in the war on terrorism. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II of Jordan visited the Public Security Directorate in Amman. During his visit, the Crown Prince held a meeting with Major General Abdullah Al-Mayata, in which he praised the performance of the employees of the Public Security Directorate and their important role in serving the country's institutions and citizens. On Sunday in Manama, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Bahrain held a farewell meeting with His Majesty the Sultan of Brunei at Al Shakir Palace. Also attending the meeting were His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa Bahrain, His Highness Sheikh Nasir bin Hamad Al Khalifa of Bahrain, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa Bahrain, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Ahmed Al Khalifa of Bahrain, and His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Mateen of Brunei. During the meeting, the King and the Sultan reviewed strong historical relations and ways of boosting bilateral cooperation in various domains. Thereafter, His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa Bahrain bid farewell to His Majesty the Sultan and Prince Abdul Mateen of Brunei and their delegation. In Doha, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar, held an audience this morning with His Royal Highness Prince Badir bin Abdullah bin Farhan Al Sayud of Saudi Arabia. The Prince and his delegation are on a 3-day official visit to Qatar to attend the opening of the Doha International Book Fair. In Madrid, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain, as Honorary President, chaired a meeting with the Board of Trustees of the Real Instituto Elcano, held at Palacio Real de El Pardo. Established in 2001 as a private foundation, the organizational structure of the Real Instituto Elcano balances public and private interests, promoting the exchange of ideas in a, quote, plural and independent setting that embraces a wide range of political and social perspectives, end quote. In Tokyo, their Imperial Majesties Emperor Norihito and Empress Masako of Japan attended the 113th Japan Academy Prize held at the Japan Academy Kaikan. In Phuket, their Majesties King Rama X and Queen Sothita of Thailand participated in a ceremony where they placed the first foundation stone for the new Court of Appeal Region 8 building. In the afternoon, their Majesties presided over the inauguration of the new Provincial Hall in Phuket. Meanwhile, His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom visited Pickering in North Yorkshire this morning. Per Buckingham Palace, quote, "There was a special start to the visit as His Majesty's train arrived in the station being pulled by the Flying Scotsman. This was to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the famous engine and entering service and the 50th anniversary of the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. On the platform at Pickering Heritage Railway Station, the King met with the custodian of the Flying Scotsman, Lord Hendy of Richmond Hill, and Mrs. Judith McNichol, director of the National Railway Museum, which is home to the Flying Scotsman, the first locomotive to reach 100 miles per hour. At the ticketing hall, the King unveiled a plaque commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Heritage Railway. After departing the station, His Majesty visited some local shops on Pickering's Marketplace." End quote. On Sunday in London, their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom attended a reception on the occasion of the inauguration of the Queen's Reading Room Literary Festival, held at Hampton Court Palace. And finally, last Tuesday in Athens, Her Royal Highness Princess Tatiana of Greece co-chaired the Hellenic Initiative's second Athena Gala cocktail celebration held at the Zappeion Megaron. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I will be back tomorrow on Tuesday, June 13th, with all the latest world news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful evening and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.